does he focus on? I'll tell you what he's focused on. Shower heads.
You wash your hands, and in my case, I like to take a nice shower to take care of my beautiful hair. I have to stand in the shower for 15 minutes till it gets wet. It comes out drip, drip, drip. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it comes out drip, drip, drip. I believe that's how Stormy described it.
Picture this. Someone walks into a lion's den, dressed in pork chops, grinning like they've got it all figured out. That's Karoline Leavitt. Except instead of lions, it was Jimmy Kimmel. And instead of a plan, she brought a PowerPoint made of crayons and wishful thinking. What happened next? A full-blown comedy execution so savage it should have come with a parental advisory warning.
Have you ever paid a tariff? Because I have.
They
don't get charged on foreign companies, they get charged on the importers.
And ultimately, when we have fair and balanced trade, which the American people have not seen in decades, as I said at the beginning, revenues will stay here, wages will go up, and our country will be made wealthy again. And I think it's insulting that you are trying to test my knowledge of economics.
Kimmel didn't just roast her. He staged a 5-course drag and dine experience with Karoline as the main course and Trump's economic strategy as the side of tragic irony. One minute she's smugly defending tariffs like they're the cure for global inflation. The next, she's the human embodiment of bless your heart, with a political resume flapping in the wind. And it all started with Karoline puffing herself up on national TV, ready to school America with the confidence of someone who once skimmed the back of a cereal box and thought it counted as economic theory.
About time we have a president in the Oval Office who is putting the world on notice. The phones have been ringing off the hook, wanting to talk to this administration, this president and his trade team to try to strike a deal. And it's because the world knows that they need the United States of America. They need our markets, they need our consumer. The president has a lot of leverage on his side because he has the best economy and the best country in the world that he leads, and he knows that. And it's about dang time we finally have a president who uses that economic leverage to benefit American.
I think it's insulting that you're testing my knowledge. She snapped, eyes blazing with righteous fury. Honey, we're not testing it. We're trying to find it. Call it a political scavenger hunt with 0 winners.
Trump's all over the place. Look at China. Over the past 48 hours, the tariffs he put on China have gone from 20% to 104% to now he says at least 145%. He's just calling out numbers like he's working a bingo hopper or something. There's no plan.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump is lobbing out tariff numbers like he's playing Mad Libs after 4 Red Bulls. First, it's 20%, then 104%, then at least 145%, because when in doubt, go big and hope no one's paying attention. Kimmel nailed it. He's just freestyling percentages like your drunk uncle calling out bingo numbers at a backyard cookout. Is it policy? Is it performance art? Is it just gaslight, gatekeep, and grift? Karoline, ever the loyal hype woman, nodded along like she was at a Beyoncé concert instead of a slow-motion economic car crash. The phones have been ringing off the hook, she said proudly. Ma'am, be serious. That's not diplomacy. That's probably just telemarketers trying to sell extended warranties to a dying economy. And Kimmel, he took that moment and surgically dismantled it. One-liners sharper than a tax audit. He turned a policy debate into a roast battle and left no mega soundbite unscathed. Karoline got turned into a piñata with receipts. By the end of the monologue, she wasn't just flamed, she was full-on cremated on national television. And the best part? She still thinks she won. That's what makes this Shakespearean comedy even juicier. These folks aren't just ignoring facts, they're treating logic like it's a liberal conspiracy. Karoline's approach to politics is basically throw the whole thesaurus at the camera and pray. It's like trying to solve calculus by yelling louder. A plus effort. F in results. But let's not forget the real twist here. The numbers. The master plan. The $6 trillion economic backflip that left America isolated on the world stage like a kid at lunch with tuna salad and no friends. Trump sold it as the art of the deal. But at this point, it's more like the art of accidentally setting fire to your own wallet while laughing about it. Kimmel wrapped it up with the flair of a man who knows exactly what kind of circus this is. And spoiler, the clowns aren't coming. They're already behind the wheel, crashing through the guardrails and live streaming the whole thing on Truth Social. So yeah, buckle up. If this is how Jimmy's torching the warm-up acts, imagine what he's cooking when campaign season hits full meltdown. Karoline Leavitt thought she came to play politics. She ended up on a skewer, flambéed with facts, and served to America as a late-night delicacy of delicious, unapologetic shade. You know you're in deep when the only thing holding your political ideology together is the hope that no one Googles what you just said. And if Trump's presidency was a reality show, Karoline Leavitt is that overly confident contestant who gets voted off in week 2, but still hangs around the set pretending she's in charge. Let's be real. Nothing sums up the Trump experience trademark better than his open hostility toward facts. Not just bending them, full-on putting them in a headlock, tossing them in the trunk, and pretending they never existed. To Trump, truth is as negotiable as his taxes. Optional, like sunscreen at a tanning salon. And Karoline? Oh, she's right there with him, clutching her talking points like they're designer bags at a clearance sale. Kimmel didn't just roast this duo. He unleashed a Category 5 satire storm and left scorched earth behind. Watching Trump make up economic policy is like watching a kid invent Monopoly rules mid-game so he can win, he said. And honestly, that might be an insult to kids. Let's recap, shall we? Trump promised a wall, we got GoFundMe scandals. He promised greatness. We got cable news chaos and a 4-year hot flash of unfiltered ego. Spray tan? Immortal. Plans. Forgettable. His legacy? A nation running on vibes and rage tweets. And when the pandemic hit, he left behind a trail of broken PPE contracts and a warehouse full of misplaced medical gloves. Bravo. Oh, and let's not forget the so-called federal pause. According to Team Trump, everything's paused except the stuff that helps people. Medicaid? Pause. Food stamps? Pause. But don't worry, the billionaires are doing just fine. Meanwhile, Karoline's still up there defending it all like she's posing for a campaign selfie while the Titanic sinks behind her. Girl, the ship is tilting. Maybe stop bragging about the buffet. And Kimmel, bless his late-night soul, called it out with surgeon-level precision. Karoline trying to defend Trump is like someone rearranging the deck chairs while the boat catches fire and flips over. She's out here pointing at the trim. But look how shiny. Ma'am, the hull is underwater and we're on fire. And just when you think this circus can't get more absurd, boom, Trump floats the idea of annexing Canada. Yes, Canada, because when you've already burned your own house down, why not start eyeing the neighbor's yard, right? At this point, he's treating national policy like it's a high-stakes game of Risk, and he's losing. Badly. And yet, the MAGA megaphone keeps shouting the same broken slogans like it's 2016 and no one's caught on. But we have the shticks dry. The lines are recycled. It's like listening to a conspiracy theorist with a podcast and a scratchy mic. Loud, proud, and absolutely saying nothing. This isn't politics anymore. It's performance art starring fragile egos, held together by buzzwords and backup dancers like Leavitt who don't even realize the show's been canceled. Kimmel's monologue wasn't just comedy, it was a mirror. A warning. A blaring air horn screaming, "You can't keep parodying yourselves and expect people not to notice. Because here's the truth, and it's louder than ever. We're done." The audience is packing up, the curtain's falling, and the clowns? They're still on stage arguing about tariffs like they've solved economics with a scratch-off ticket. So go ahead, Karoline. Pose for the cameras. Smile wide while the walls crumble. Just don't be surprised when the only thing left standing is the punchline.